Okay.
Yep. I know we're being recorded and I know we're being live streamed.
Yeah, just waiting for it to upload. Okay. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us with All Things Abacus. My name is Lynette, and Hammy is with me. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. So, how are we doing today?
Well, you will never believe in a million years what I forgot to do.
You, we're- you forgot to
I
color?
didn't color the mosaic. I turned to it and I like, wow,
I got some work to do.
I'm dumbfounded. As I'm getting closer to the end, I'm slowing down
Yeah.
because I don't want it to end. So, but I didn't realize I didn't color. And I'm
Well,
like,
that
I'm not happy with myself right now.
that's pretty slow though, right?
Oh yes, very much slow. So
All right. Well, I don't. Yeah, Jeff was actually asking if you were going to purchase the first grade one, and I'm like, no, I don't think it'd be good for you to purchase that one, just because I think it's above and beyond. But I was actually going to create another maze book to do uh 5 digits
I'll do
and
that one.
decimals.
I'll do
Yeah.
that one. I'll buy that one for sure.
Okay, so then I'll get that out
And
and
if you
ready.
have another practice book, I'll buy that one. Hey,
Okay,
Alyssa.
a practice book. Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The practice book will be in a form of a maze.
I
That's all right.
I told you I looked for it last night and I couldn't find it.
Oh
Hello,
Lord.
Alyssa. Good
Hello.
morning.
They're all on speaker.
Hello, Abram.
You can hear him play piano too, so I gotta find a headset quick.
I just play piano, do martial arts, and do your abacus.
Yes, do abacus.
Abacus is a beautiful thing.
It is.
But no, I don't think I'm buying the first grade books
That's what
unless
I
I
figured.
unless I think my nephew would get into it. And right now, I'm not even. We're not even there.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, because Jeff was like,
My nephew is nowhere near there. But no, I don't. I don't anticipate me buying it unless my nephew decides all of a sudden he's gonna pick up and do everything.
okay, okay.
Um, no,
How
I can't imagine that I will buy that book. But
how
uh, he's
how old is
only
he?
he's only 3, but he's
Okay.
had trouble with his hearing
Oh yeah.
and
Okay.
stuff. So he's right now they're focused on his speech.
Oh, interesting. My it did my oldest had a problem with speech, and it turned out that he had blockage in his ears.
Yeah, well, he's already had 2 sets of tubes, and he may have to have a third set. So,
No, no. Mine was even more like he just had allergies and his ears were blocked.
oh, oh, baby,
Yeah.
but
But once we got that
no,
cleared up.
yeah, the mazes I will always buy, and
Okay.
any more extra problem books like the plus
Yeah.
10
Yeah.
extras, I
Yeah.
will buy.
Okay. Okay. Well, that
But
helps
like I said,
me.
I'm dragging this poor book out.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I just wanted to make sure. So then it gives me an idea like what, because yeah, I was thinking, yeah, plus one is the first grade book isn't where you should be, but the practice one, okay, that makes more sense. Okay.
Practice books, yes, I will buy in a heartbeat just because it keeps me familiar.
Okay. Okay.
But the
Okay.
information you would have to put in a first grade book, I don't need.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
You know, had you had the first grade books up
Before, yeah.
when I first started buying them, yes, I would have bought it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And it's just like there would be no
Yeah.
point for you to go back. I'm not I'm just trying to fill in what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to fill in the other not requests, but the concepts so then people can introduce abacus at any stage of the
Yeah.
child or or person. So
Exactly. Well,
yeah.
and like I stated in the other videos, you started out doing this for children, and the adults invaded. So we were a
An
not
afterthought.
not
Not even
not a stumbling block, but just something it had not occurred to you.
yeah, exactly. It wasn't even an afterthought, which was really crazy. Like I'd even think that adults would be interested in this.
Exactly. Um, Lisa's going to try to stay mute for a little bit. She said, but
Okay. Oh, thank you.
uh,
That's okay.
like I like
Abram,
I said
go
like I
on.
said like I said before, I I- I'm always looking for something to keep my mind going,
Yes.
and I got the Abacus, my 13 one,
Yes.
and then try to find videos that maybe I could learn from, which I
Yes.
did not learn from.
Yes.
And then a year later, I found you. So, and so for
Yes.
me, it's trying to keep my mind going, which I have found that I'm not completely back where I should be, but I'm better than I was.
Good.
So,
Alyssa says, I noticed that Abram is trying to figure out the problem without the abacus. It takes longer. Yeah, it does. It does take
yeah,
longer. It's funny, but it's interesting that they're starting to see it. And that's where you want to get to. You want to get to the point where they understand, how abacus is a little bit quicker, but um
well,
it is different.
try to do Abram's method, but I'm no, because I don't have the abacus to keep my finger on to keep track of where I'm at, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm
Yeah.
56. What can I
Yeah.
say?
Yeah.
Abram's young.
Yeah.
Well,
But
what I noticed,
Abram could do, huh?
what I noticed, Abram, when he was working with the addition problems, he would be tapping his head and thinking, but then when he did it on the abacus, it just went so much faster. So if he's trying to do mental math or he's looking at the problem and he's trying to think, it took him a little while to solve the problem. Whereas if you just do it on the abacus, it becomes instantaneous.
yeah. You,
That
you
I
know,
agree.
but even still, doing it on the abacus is still mental, because if you really think about it, you're only moving the beads, but how do you move the beads? The abacus only tells you what the number is. It is up to you to figure out how to move them. So he's still doing mental math, if that makes sense,
Oh, okay. Because
right?
they were like saying, okay, I want you to, like, in his math with confidence, they'll say, okay, um, put a mental put a mental picture or picture it in your mind. And so when you're saying mental math working on the abacus, it's still mental even though you're visually seeing what you're doing.
Yeah, even though you're visually seeing the number, you're still doing mental math. That's what I've
But
discovered.
you're
That's what I've
doing
realized.
the concepts in your
Yeah.
head.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
So even if, hold on, I'm sorry. So even when we're doing 4 plus 4, right? Because I
right,
write it out, like we do 4 plus 4, something simple. Mentally, what are we doing? We're mentally saying, okay, plus the 5 minus
five,
the 1.
1.
This is mental. Moving the beads. This device, this object is not, there's no mechanics behind it. You are just moving beads.
Okay. Yeah, he really has the plus the 5 minus the 1 down. And
Right.
he's saying it, I mean, at the very same time as he's doing it.
Yes.
He's still doing the mental math.
Yeah.
Okay.
But see, he's still doing mental math right here. It's the same thing if we had it in bricks and blocks, right?
Yep.
I want 4. I have another 4. I got to make another one. Oh, there it is. So I have 4. I want to make another 4. What do? Well, they say, well, count up. 1, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's not mental. That's just counting up. When we're doing mental math, it's like, I want to make this a 5. I just got to move it over.
Okay, I just didn't know that mental math could be visually, like, because you're physically moving stuff around.
You're just,
Okay,
yeah, you're just moving it around, but you understand this concept.
yeah.
Isn't that what mental math is? Understanding concepts,
Ah, okay.
right?
Yes, I guess
Am I
yes,
wrong?
yeah. Okay,
No,
I'm not, I don't think you're wrong. I didn't see it that way because I didn't realize, I thought mental meant you're not doing anything physically with your hands or anything. You're just like, okay, but he obviously is visualizing something in his head.
Yes. Yeah, he's visualizing something, but then that's the other thing is like then those kids, those kids that do this, are they doing mental math? Well, they
Yes.
are. They're
oh,
imagining moving beads in their brain. It's not something physical, but they're doing something physical with their hands.
but that's
That's
why
connected to,
they're still doing the same thing.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
connecting. Okay.
Yeah. So either it's either you're doing this or you're using an abacus and you see the number. That's what I think. That's what I think mental math is. Because if you really think of it, when we do multiplication, right? We need to know that 6 times if it's 23 times 5. Nowhere on this abacus does it tell me what 2 times 5 is. We have to know that 2 times 5 is equal to 10.
Mhm.
We have to know that 3 times 5 is equal to 15. This part is mental. So I just do 15, 10. So my final answer is 160.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wow. That makes sense. That makes sense. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
huh.
So the tool itself is just to help you visualize numbers.
Okay.
Because it'd be
Yeah.
the same thing. Like if we were to write it, well, when they write it out, that's the problem with mainstream math is that you have to write everything out. So if it's 23 times 5, they have to say 20 times 5 because there's no place values. Because if I did 2 times 5, then it gets confusing because it's just 10. But because nothing holds the place value, when I do, oh, sorry, I'm sorry, 100, right? When I do 100, this abacus holds my place values. So this gives me 100. I don't need to do 20 times 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Oh, we cannot hear Avram play the piano.
Oh, that's because he's not playing it anymore. I just didn't want to compete with him playing the piano and me trying to talk to you at the same time.
Oh, I think Zoom does a really good job at filtering out background noise. Oh, hello,
Oh,
Wheels. Hello,
oh
Wheels. Good morning. I'm loving that I focus on the math puzzles in my head by moving the counting representation from an imaginary thing in my mind to a tangible object on my desk.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's crazy. I'm having more people now, but slowly
Well, and
taking over the world.
I'm glad you're reading the messages because I don't see those messages. I just see what Alyssa put.
No, those because I have a separate I have my web page. I
Okay.
sound so old when I say that. I have my browser open to the YouTube one so I could see Wheels. So Wheels
Oh,
has joined
okay.
us. Yeah,
Well, let me do that too.
yeah. And then what I do is I mute the YouTube I mute the YouTube so I could see us move and I could see what's being on I could see what we're doing.
Okay. Now I'm doing the same thing.
Oh, okay.
Did not occur to me.
Then we can
Well,
open up multiples.
yes. Well, hello, Wheels.
I don't even
Hello,
know how to do
Wheels.
that. don't know where to go on that part, but yeah.
Oh, it's just on YouTube right now. So I stream on Zoom, and then it goes straight to YouTube.
Oh yeah, I'm just clicked on from my email, and I
Yeah,
just
yeah. Because you're part of subscription. So
yep, makes sense.
yeah. And so Wheels was thinking about being part of the subscription as well. So
He says hello.
hello, Wheels. Yeah, but there's a delay. Remember, Alyssa, when we first
Oh,
started, there
that
was a
drove
delay.
me nuts.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why I like being over here, but I like the YouTube because you can still put stuff in, so that's all right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like this morning I was trying to be funny, but because it was such a delay, Lynette didn't get the message until she was long past the comment.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it wasn't as funny as it would have been had had it not been delayed. It would have been a lot funnier. So
I
what
haven't
can I
subbed yet.
say?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's okay, Wheels.
Yeah. You're here, and we're actually being more focused. So whatever specific
Yes.
questions you have, and this is what this is completely different than the TikTok lives that I do. So what I do here is very specific to questions. We do delve into diving into deep dive abacus, I guess you'd say.
Yeah.
We actually get into multiplication and division.
Right away. There's no gatekeeping on that.
No, not at all. Which
But
I am understanding more on the division.
yes, good.
Like I said, I'm still slow at it, but I find I like doing it with the mix. But I understand what you're doing when you're doing it when you're breaking it down by each number
Yes.
to get to that. But like I said, I will always have a pen and paper with me because I don't want to go back and have to add numbers back. I will work it out till I know the number that I need for the quotient.
Yes. And that's still valid, because if you really think about it, I mean, if it took me a while to get to this point where I'm
Yeah.
able to not necessarily do that, because I know the steps and I know what I'm doing with my abacus. But don't forget, you just started and it's only been not even a year. So
Oh no, not at all.
but it was a very interesting thing. Somebody came around and says, so do you do distributive property with division as well? And I'm like, yes, we do distributive property on division.
Yes.
And
Because
it's
it's
not
If
multiplication.
you do it with multiplication, you inevitably do it with division
exactly. But
because they're in my brain they're opposite of each other. So if you do one, you got to be able to do the other.
exactly. And the interesting
So
thing about it is that the way they said it, it was just like, you know what? Mainstream math does not introduce distributive property in division.
no, they don't. They didn't even do it when I was in school, which now makes no sense.
What were you
But
saying,
it shows
Alyssa?
Um,
Alyssa.
up there, upstairs. I would love to. Okay, two things. Oh my goodness, I lost it. I did a really long addition problem.
Good.
It took me 5 times.
Yes.
But I was wondering if we could go through that. But then I was wondering if we could go through a division problem where you kind of go through the steps again, honing on those steps. But then I got lost with the distributive, with the division. When are we actually doing the distributive? Is it when we're multiplying and finding out what the part of the quotient is?
Quotient? Yes.
Quotient? I get that. Sorry. Yeah.
Yes. The only time you use distributive property in Abacus is when you do multiplication or division. We don't do distributive property in adding, right? Because what is distributive property? Distributive property means you break it up into smaller parts. Maybe we do it in adding, because that's where the multi-step comes in. So
Yeah.
Wheel says, nice, multiplication and division are easier for me to understand, but I'm still working on getting how to make a 10. I'll get there. It's just a learning the fact formulas. Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Because my one question, okay, so we're in Abram's book, we're talking about fact families.
Yes.
I'm like, I really don't want to call it fact families. I would like to call it one step. Oh, my phone. One
It's
step
not.
equations.
Yeah.
Where you're basically isolating the variable and finding out. And I found this cool video. It was from Mr. J's Math.
Yes,
And
I've watched him.
You've watched him? And he
Yeah.
talks about the one-step equation on there, where let's say you have 8 plus x equals 12.
Oh, wait, sorry. 8 plus x equals 12. Yes.
Yeah. So you take the minus 8, and then you put it, and then x, you solve x is 4. So
Mhm.
isn't that kind of similar to your formulas and things like that? In some
It's
way?
similar. It is similar to the formulas.
That's algebra.
Yeah, this is just algebra.
But are you kind of doing a little bit of algebra when
Yes.
you
Yes.
have the one book
Yes.
that I have not ordered yet that you had a set date for. I apologize. I can do that.
That's okay.
Where you have that formulae book.
Yeah, so it's right here. And so what I did was I was trying to relate Abacus to algebra. So it's the beginning parts of algebra. Algebra actually wasn't invented until later. Abacus was around, but then algebra, but this specific the way we do Abacus here was came around in the 16th century. 16th century, yep, 16th century. And so we're
Really?
actually, yeah. Abacus before was a lot of counting up. So this is really funny. I just realized. So mainstream math, if you think about it, counting up started in BCE, before Common Era. And that's what Abacus was. And I think it was like 2200 BCE or whatever, right? Then we get to Christ or Common Era, and then we're here. So at 1600 is when the Japanese made it more efficient. And then we're over here in the 21st century, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the abacus went from counting up and then changes to here, whereas mainstream is still counting up. We are now here doing something different. Does that make sense?
Wow. Oh, I like that history. Okay. So then are we like behind?
No.
Or that's just a way of doing math?
Right now, Eurocentric, that's the way they do math.
Oh, okay. It's counting up.
Is counting up. Yes, exactly. Or memorizing.
Yeah, I don't want to memorize.
Yeah, me too.
I don't want to memorize. I mean,
so going back to the original question, that's why I've related it to 1 plus 4 is equal to 5. So 1 plus 4 is equal to 5. What we do is we take the 1 and we move it to this side so we can isolate the 4. So when we isolate the 4, we can do 5 minus 1. If I change it to algebraic terms, my constant will be a plus 5. So we have x is equal to plus the 5 minus the 1. I could do plus the 3 is equal to plus the 5 minus 2. I could do 2 is equal to plus the 5 minus 3. You know what I mean? So I changed this to be more versatile but this is the layout. And then if you notice in algebra, you could do the same thing with tens. The tens is very similar.
Mhm.
It's x, which is 9, plus 10 minus y. And that's the format that we can use.
Yeah, and that's what you have in your adult book.
Yes. Yes, you're right. I do have it in my adult book.
Yep, you have it in your adult book.
Yeah. Yeah,
So at
there it is.
least- Yeah, you have that.
So so the one step, this is one step, is what we were talking about.
Yeah, Mr. J.
Mr. J.
Well, okay, I'm gonna go get my phone. Just hold on 1 second.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I find it fascinating on how everybody else does it. But I get more and more involved with the abacus method and how it can break it down even better. So
Let me see if I
Yeah,
can find
I quit trying to learn the new math. I know how I learned it,
yeah,
but
it's interesting with the new math. It's interesting with new math, but I think they're trying to utilize the pen and paper and just keep drawing. Whereas I'm now I get to the point where it's like I don't even think that they know that an abacus existed.
I'm pretty sure most of them don't.
Yeah. So Will says, I love the adult book.
Well, I was asking how because he's still working on the tens. So I was
Yes.
asking how he did with the fives.
Yes.
So if he's good with the fives, then he's almost there with the tens.
Yes.
No ifs, ands, or buts.
Yeah.
So I was curious. So, and I don't mind if you want to work through that.
Yeah.
Get him a little better, get him a little more up to date.
Yeah, that's
He's
cool.
he he's been on my lives
Okay.
diligently. like you were in the beginning.
Ah, hey,
So I'm just
I had to.
it's just interesting. I know that everybody will phase out, so that's why when people are like, well, why don't you do something more advanced? Like I can't because I got to keep bringing in new people. True, but I get lost in my beats. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That was crazy. So just so you know, Tammy and Alyssa, what I did is we did a giveaway. I gave away an abacus. Somebody sponsored it,
Ooh,
and I was able
very
to give
nice.
away. Yeah, it was very to give away an abacus, and so Wheels won the abacus, and he was complaining on how the single column abacus is a little bit too difficult. Not too difficult. The single column abacus is a little difficult to read as opposed to the colorful one.
I like the color. I want a longer colorful one.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
I know they sell them, but I just don't know where you can get it.
On
Amazon.
Amazon.
Oh, you can get a 13 column colorful abacus?
Yeah,
You
from
can get
Amazon.
almost any color you want on
Yeah,
a 13 column. No
yeah.
Oh,
lie.
The brown confuses my brain after a while. Oh yeah, I could see that.
it does.
You
There
see,
are
in the
ones that are
beginning,
a solid color.
yeah, in the beginning, it did me. But once I got used to seeing it, then I started working myself on the solid one, training myself to see the beads on it.
Yeah,
And so
yeah.
I got to the point that what I was learning on the colorful abacus, then I would go and make myself learn it on the solid one. But now you got to also understand on mine, I've got a dark bead where the
Yeah,
things are.
yeah, that's
So
nice.
that makes a bit of a difference than your solid colored one.
Yes,
Well,
yes, yes.
there we go. Because it's
And that was
differentiate
not on and that was not on
place
purpose.
value.
That was just how I got it.
No, no, that is on purpose. When they change the bead color on that, that's actually on purpose.
But that wasn't on purpose by mine. I just
Oh, I
bought
see.
it.
What you buying it because you didn't know. So
No,
Wheels
because
asked,
this is the one I bought,
yeah, 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 yeah.
not knowing.
Yes, Wheels, the gift gallery did help the offset the win. Yes, I do appreciate it. And it bumped me to the next level in TikTok. So now I'm instead of in the D category, I'm in the C league. Thank you so much,
Ooh.
Wheels. I do appreciate it.
No
Yeah.
idea what that means, but nice.
Yeah, I don't know what it means in visibility on TikTok, but I heard that as I grow up, my 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 the people will also be a little bit more. I don't know yet. I heard that I get more visibility, so we'll see. It was interesting. Completely off topic. There's a couple of people that are teachers, and they're trying to bring Abacus to their school.
Oh, are
Oh,
they?
nice.
Yeah, yeah, because they've gone through my lives. They're gonna. I've already changed a few teachers. I've already changed a few teachers' method of teaching.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
one thing that I have noticed that I have found that I like is your shorts are being pushed, and it's snippets of your lives and snippets of these that we what we're doing.
Oh yeah, I did that. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Oh,
they're
you did
being
that. Oh, okay.
pushed.
Oh
They're
yeah,
being pushed, and I
I
love
see.
it
Yeah, yeah.
because
I
I'm
take.
seeing them more now.
Yeah, I would. What I did, Alyssa, is I take what we do here and I break it up into like smaller chunks, like little reels, and then I try to push it to all the platforms.
Oh, that's smart. That's really
It's
smart.
it does take time, and I am a one person.
And I never know whose voice is going to be on there with her till I start watching it, and I'm like, oh, there's Alyssa. Oh, there's me.
You know, I will let you know. It is nice to be able to review our videos so then I can make the workbooks better. And I do
Yes.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
Well, and that's why I'm here
Yeah.
because I want to help. So
Yeah. I'm sorry, Alyssa, what were you mentioning?
Yeah, I wanted to give you the definition of what Mr. J said. He said addition and subtraction, one-step equation. He says isolate the variable, which means get it by itself, by using the inverse operation. Remember balance.
Oh,
That's
good.
that's the part that I like is balance.
Yes.
And
Yes, because that's what
that
we are doing. We're balancing.
we're balancing when you do the abacus. Um and I was going to try to do the manipulatives with Abram, but he's sort of kind of going like how I was, that after he's done the plus fives for a little while, he's just on automatic.
Yes, good.
So then when I go to try to show something visual, I'm stuck. It's hard to show a visual because the visual is the abacus. So it's really hard to
Yes.
use the manipulatives. And
Yes.
so
Yes.
maybe you explaining that again, because you're trying to marry, you know,
The
marry
visuals.
you're trying to marry the new math into the abacus, because it just took me a hot minute. You were showing the visuals and I was still having a hard time.
With the blocks?
Yes, with the blocks. I was.
That's interesting. That's very interesting. Um, Wheel said, I like being part of labeling the division formula. Oh yeah, that's right. So
Ooh, let's do that.
so well when I was talking about it, remember how there's a dividend and a divisor?
Yes.
He mentioned to do a 2 is the dividend, make it a small d minus the 1 and a big D, and that D would make the difference between the divisor and the dividend. And I do like that.
Oh, you got that idea from him. Good
Yeah.
job, Wheels.
Yeah, good job, Wheels. And then at the end we do 1 is a Q because that would be where the quotient will sit. That's what that means.
Ooh, let's do a problem where you show all that again. That'd be awesome.
Oh, wait, before we do that, are we talking about the manipulatives and how to do the 4?
Yeah,
Oh.
we can do that. We can do
Yeah.
that too. That's because I did get some cubes, some
Yes.
thinking cubes to do that.
Yes.
But but you either trained yourself to flip it to be the one solid color, and I'm like, I can't really do that with my thinking cubes.
No, you don't need to. You just need to You could just do it with this. That's all. So
Yeah.
4 plus 4. It's just the only reason why mine's colored is because I was mimicking my abacus. So so you could do it like this, right? You take 1 over and you add it.
Okay. So why did you stop doing it from the nickel and the dimes? That seems so, I caught on that. So do you feel this is better?
I
It's
think
just
this is
another
better.
way.
Yeah, I think this is better because we're making the actual concept of adding the 5.
Okay.
Whereas with the nickels and the dimes, I've already predetermined that there's a 5. And I want to make a change. So the nuance is I'm not saying make a 5. I'm saying put a 5 in and subtract the 1. But I wanted to really stress that we're making a 5. I'm really want to stress that we're making a 10.
Okay.
That's why here, when I write it this way, when we make a 5, how do we make this 5? And essentially what we're doing is we're taking away the 1 from the previous number. So we're giving you directions, or the abacus is giving you directions. When you take the 1, you take a 1 away from the previous number, and then you add the 5, which makes it down here. So when we do this, right, I try to make it like this. What we're doing is we're taking away the 1 to add the 5, and this is my 5.
Okay. I really like the colored ones just because it visually you actually see the 1 as a different color, and then you're moving it over.
Yes.
You see that the making of the 5 was the 4 plus 1. You took
Yes.
1 away from 3.
Yes.
Yeah. So that way.
Yes. And so
Okay.
so when I take it away, take it one step at a time. You take away 1 to make your 5. This
Yeah.
is now 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I have to flip it.
Okay, and so you flip it to show that that's what you made.
Yeah, I've made a 5. That's why.
But you flip it so fast.
Well, I've been doing it for a while.
Yeah, I'm like, that's really good, especially when you're doing this on camera. Everybody sees that. I'd be like, oh, yep, it flipped and fell off somewhere, or it's scanned in front, so it won't work. Yeah.
So what I did is I took the blocks, and what I did is I painted it.
Uh-huh.
So I took this is a Sharpie creative marker, and I just painted it. And then what I did is I put nail polish to cover it up, to seal it.
Oh, that's true. Okay. So a clear coat.
Yes, thank you, a clear coat. So
Okay.
it stays a little bit longer, but you could tell it's starting to wear out.
Uh-oh.
So I got to repaint it again.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But yeah, you could do it to yours too.
Huh.
If you get something called Mod Podge, it's in the arts and crafts area.
Oh yeah, you could do Mod Podge.
Yeah,
Mod Podge?
It's in the arts and crafts area, and it dries clear, and I use it on my diamond painting items. I use it on my painting items. It keeps everything where it's supposed to be. It's a sealer.
Oh my! It's a
You
sealer.
can you can
Okay.
spray it if you want to, but that means you got to go outside and leave your stuff out there. I get Mod Podge with a paintbrush. I just paint them, let them dry, flip them, paint them, let them dry.
It goes on white at first, and then it dries clear.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, it's called Mod Podge.
Yeah.
You see this?
Yeah.
When I painted it, it looked white, and now it's cleared, and the beads are not going anywhere.
You did it on that?
Yeah. That is a diamond painting kit. Yeah. They haven't even offered to go anywhere.
Oh,
that's interesting.
Oh, so, I mean, arts and crafts.
Thank you. I appreciate
You're
that.
welcome.
That will stay on permanently. You won't have to worry about the the nail polish.
If you manhandle it for a while, I mean, you're looking at eventually you're going to have to redo it. I would imagine if you're constantly
Yeah,
manhandle it, but it'll last
yeah,
longer than
yeah.
the nail polish.
Wheel says, I'm dedicated to learning.
Good. Awesome,
But those
Will.
are the people that I really enjoy that I attract. And that's what I like the most is that everybody's always willing to learn and find something different. I do get those trolls or those people that are really
Yes.
against learning and they make some.
Oh, they're just trying to stir up trouble. They don't, whether they want to learn something or not, they just feel, oh, well, I don't
Yeah.
really know anything about
Oh.
this. Don't want to know about this.
Yeah,
Let's start trouble.
yeah. Yeah, you're right. And it doesn't dishearten me because I know I'm making a difference because I have a few people that have messaged me mentioning that, their predicament and how sometimes their child is at home and they're homebound and using my books has made it so enjoyable. And
Yes.
I know I'm changing lives.
Yes, you are.
And that's what really warms my heart.
As for all intents and purposes, I'm homebound. I mean, I've got my husband, I've got my mom, and they drive me where I need to go.
Yes.
But the state of Florida frowns on me driving because I can't feel the pedals of my car.
Right.
So, I found you, and I'm like, yes, I can do this. So, and
Yes.
that's how I got so excited, and I've been excited ever since.
And I appreciate that. And yeah, and there was another friend. I'm just another friend, and she has a mother who has a dementia, and they're going through my workbooks too.
Oh,
Yeah,
the dementia one is hard. Alzheimer's, like what my mom's got, is one thing.
yeah,
Dementia is hard because it comes on fast and it hits hard fast.
yeah. And so
Oh.
she was mentioning that my books does help her, keep a little bit there, and I'm like, wow, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I gotta keep pushing out more books and so forth. And I think that's the other thing is like I want to provide as much books and resources as possible.
Yeah,
But I
but you can't do it till you're exhausted and then you can't do anything. You still got to take care of yourself.
do. I mean, when I'm not live and I don't, I do spend time with the kids. Make
Okay.
sure that, kids are doing homework and stuff.
Well,
So
you've got to take care of yourself. Like I love the fact that you took vacation, but I also love the fact that you posted videos. And you are truly a teacher at heart because you just could not stop with the abacus. I was dying. And I loved the videos, and I loved when you started reading the little
Oh yeah.
signs. That
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
great. But at every video, you had an abacus at the end. I was
Yeah.
I mean, she cannot help herself,
Yeah.
but you got to take care of yourself. And I understand this whole thing with the platforms, and you got to keep putting them out, or you'll lose your place, and all this, which I think is anyway. But but as a human being, you can only do what you can do.
Yeah. Yeah.
You've got to take care of yourself. But you taking us on vacation was fun. I did like
Yeah.
that.
Alyssa, I'll have to give you my shorts that what social media platform do you go by?
I don't really have one. I mean, I just barely got onto Facebook, but
Okay.
I need to fix my Facebook profile because there's like several of me on there. And they're like,
Okay.
which
Okay.
one?
Yeah. 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 Okay.
Um,
Yeah,
pardon?
how did you find me?
How did I find you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was Google, wasn't it?
Okay.
No, I wanted to. I don't know how I thought of the abacus, but then I just saw you on YouTube one time.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
And that's how I was really, because, well, see, I was looking at Mr. Maestro Abacus.
Okay.
I looked at him, and then I watched at least about 5 of his videos. I love the history that he put about the abacus, but then and he talked about the Friends of Five, but then I got lost when he started treating the tens place as 10, you know. And then I saw you, and you just had a different approach. And now I can't. Now, how long have I been with you now?
I think almost a year now, yeah?
I think so. About, yeah, almost a year.
Yeah, I think almost a year now.
And then each time you've just, because I remember the first phrase you said that abacus is a way to complex math.
Yes.
But then you have, oh, what is it? All these small little words of wisdom
Yeah.
along with your abacus.
Yeah.
Like I kept on saying, you know, I kept on telling my friends, yeah, my Lynette, the other day she said that if you're born to learn, if you're born to teach, then you're born to learn.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, just those small things. And so it's true. We're always learning and growing. And there isn't just one way. And just the way, because I remember at the very beginning, I say, well, why don't you just, what about we go from left to right or whatever? And then after that, you were saying, yeah, it's important to be diverse with it and stuff like that. So I don't know. I don't know if some of my questions had triggered some things, but then you just have a way of explaining it. And it's totally different
He does.
than the other people. Plus,
Thank
I have
you.
a hard time understanding the accent. The accent's Indian accent's very, very strong.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
But I'm not saying that a lot of their stuff is really, really, you know, really, really good. Like there was this one lady, I think she's from India, but she taught how to use your fingers and count with your fingers.
Oh, yeah.
With the abacus, you know, plus 5 by, you know, and subtracting. I'm like, oh wow, I can actually do that. I haven't done it for a while now.
Yeah.
So, but each time, and then I remember that one time you said, you know, I'm just afraid to kind of do my books. And then all of a sudden you got out, what was the one book that you got out? It wasn't the adult book. Maybe it was your -5s book that you finally got out or something like that.
I think I don't, yeah.
I don't remember. But yeah. And like I said, I did this long problem and I did it 5 times. And I'm like, I finally had to calm my brain down and say, remember, okay, Lynette taught you that even though you're adding the whole 130 plus 105, you're working one column at a time. So then I could like, okay, yeah, okay. So I would actually point my finger and I would say, I can even give you the numbers, we can try it. But I would say,
Really?
okay, 1 0 1 0. So I can give you the problem. It's like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 9 numbers long.
Yeah.
So the first number is 130 plus 105 plus 90 plus 70 plus 65 plus 162 plus 65 plus 187 plus 182.
Okay. Yeah, a little bit of a side note, Wheels mentioned when we were talking about being homebound, and I feel grateful that I am part of your abacus journey. And so he was
Yep.
like, he mentioned he became physically disabled and stopped being a network administrator, which meant my brain stopped using its puzzle solving formulas. He said, he mentioned I was getting by with word games, but I needed something with plasticity. So I randomly joined TikTok, and Lynette used the abacus. It was exactly what I needed.
So does math do something differently to your brain than word puzzles?
I don't know. That I don't know.
Okay.
But I could see it. I could
It
see
does
how.
if you stop using it. So then if you start using it, then it starts making that part of your brain start functioning, then other parts start functioning.
I
Because
think it's more, yeah,
I know,
language.
yeah, I know that I'm not having as much trouble as I was locating words when I'm trying to work puzzles and such, where I
Yeah,
did before.
the I think the numbers and the mental arithmetic is a little bit different than the language part of your brain.
Okay.
That is all I know.
Okay.
That is only an assumption. I don't know any other the difference of like um any what do you call it? Any scientific on that. I've Most of my research has been about how to make abacus more mainstream and how does it help with the brain. But I haven't thought about the difference between word problems and number problems.
Mhm.
But I think the logic is different.
But computation, is that generally on the left side of the brain or the right side?
Computation's right side or left side.
Left side? And
Yeah,
so reading would be on what side?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
not a reader. I'm not a language teacher.
Okay. Yeah.
Wheels mentioned, I don't know if there's a difference, but it feels different when I think about numbers than I think about words. And that makes sense. I could see that. I could see that. They say, what did they say? The language is more of a softer art form, and math and science is a more harder art form.
Yeah.
Right?
It also depends
That's
on what
what's
kind of math you're learning too.
so with this question, what I would do is I would use my abacus to uh block any other numbers out. And this is where we talk about the running total.
Mhm.
So we have 130, right? And then we
Mhm.
take our next number. We do 105. So 105, add 105.
Yep,
Then
that's
we have
how I
our
said
next
it.
number. We have, yeah, so we can have a running total. So the running total, I'm going to put it over here, 235.
Yep.
So then we do add the 90. So when we add our 90 to this, what do we do? Plus the 9 is equal to what?
Plus the 10 minus the 1.
Yeah, plus the 10 minus 1. So we plus the 10 minus the 1.
Mhm.
So our answer right now is 325,
25.
right?
Mhm.
So then we have our next one. We add 70. When we add 70, do you have enough?
Yes.
Yes. So just add 70. So what's my running total right now? 395.
Yep.
So then we have 665,
Mhm.
65. Add the 6, add the 5, add the 6. How do we add the 6?
Plus the 10 minus the 4.
Yep. Plus the 10 minus the 4. And then we want to add the 5. How do you add the 5?
Plus the 10 minus the 5.
Yep. So we plus the 10 minus the 5. And then our next
Oh,
number is 162.
162.
So we add the 1. What do we do? Can't do it.
Plus the 5 minus the 4.
Yep. So plus 1 is equal to plus the 5 minus the 4. And then we want to add the 6. This is where we get a two-step equation.
Yep.
So when we add the 6, add the 6 is what? Plus
plus
the
the 10.
minus the 4. So plus the 10, this 4 right here. How do we do that?
Minus the 5.
Minus the 5 plus the,
Plus the 1.
yes. So minus the 5 plus the 1. Don't forget, we need to add the 5 here. So we're going to add the 5 here.
Oh, yeah.
Right? No, sorry, 2. We need to add the 2 because
Okay,
we're
I
up
was
here.
getting confused there for a minute. Let's
Yeah,
say
we're
what?
up there.
Wait. So,
I moved
okay.
my I moved my paper. We're at 162. So my running total right now is 622.
Okay, 6, 2, 2. Yep.
Okay. So then we add 65. Add the
Yep.
6, add the
Yep.
5.
Yep.
What's your answer? 6,
620.
8,
Oh, 8. No, 6. Yeah, 6.
7, right?
Mhm.
So then
Yes.
we add 187. So add
Mhm.
100, add 87, add 100, add the
Mhm.
8. How do we add the 8? Plus the 8 is equal to
Plus the 10.
minus,
Minus 2.
plus the 10 minus the 2. And then we add the 7. Adding the 7 will give me a two-step equation. Plus
Mhm.
7 is equal to plus the 10
Minus the 3.
minus the 3. How do you minus the 3?
Minus the 5.
Minus
Plus
the
the 2.
5 plus the 2. What's my running total right now?
874.
Thank you. So then our final one, 182. Add the 1. Add the 8. How do we add the 8?
Plus the 8 is plus the 10 minus the 2.
Okay.
But you
So
can't add the 10.
yes. So what do you do there?
You have to add the 10. Well, so you do plus the 1
Yes.
plus the 10 minus 9.
Yes.
So you
Plus
plus
the, yep.
so which one do you do first? Do you do plus the 1 and then you subtract the 9?
Up to you. Whatever. Whatever
Okay,
you want.
yeah.
So it's whatever your rhythm is. And then don't
Okay.
forget to minus the 2. You have to remember to minus the 2
Is that where I
because
messed up?
we're at the 8. We're still at the 8. We only did this part. We got to remember to do this part.
Oh, there's where there's the 5.
Yes.
Oh,
Yep.
minus the 2. Okay, so how do so that's why you underlined that part. Okay.
Well, sometimes I would do 8 is equal to plus the 10 minus the 2, or 8 is equal to minus the 2 plus the 10. So I'll minus the 2 first and then plus the 10.
Maybe that's what I should do. Okay, because
And then I would minus the 9 plus the 10.
okay.
So
Yeah, that's why I got it wrong. And I'd
yeah,
start all over again because I messed up.
but that's why I tell you you should go both ways.
Okay.
This is where you become flexible.
Yep.
And then we want to add the 2. We don't forget this 2 here now. How do we add the 2?
How do we add the 2? Plus the 6. I mean, plus the
Nope.
5.
Yep.
Minus the 3.
Yep. So plus the 5 minus the 3. So what is our answer? No. 100.
1,050.
1,056.
Or you can say 1056.
Yeah.
So then my question was, after the 1056, I was going to try to subtract and go back up to, but then I couldn't even subtract the first 182. I didn't know how to do that. And I probably should have written it out, but I didn't know how to subtract after that.
I would always write it out.
Yeah.
So we do 182. So we take away the 1. So how do you take away the 1 here? Minus the 1 is equal to minus the 10 plus the 9. So minus the 10 plus the 9.
Yep, I got that far.
Okay, we got 8.
Well, 5 can't take away 8, so minus the 8 is minus the 10 plus the 2.
Minus the
So-
10 plus the 2.
So minus the 10 plus the 2.
And then what?
6 minus 2.
6 minus 2. How do you take away the 2? Minus the 2 is
Minus the 5 plus the 3.
minus the 5 plus the 3. Right? So what is our answer right now?
Your answer is
8,
873.
7, 4.
What?
4.
4?
Because
Yes.
you minus the 3.
Oh man, how come I got 8? That's how much I've. So, oh, why is the 4? What did I do wrong? Oh, yes, it is 4. Yeah. Okay, so you get 800. And
You're only half a second behind us, Alyssa. You're all right.
Yeah. So our next one is 187 minus
187.
minus 1 minus 1. Wheels is off by 1.
That happens.
It does happen, and that's why you keep a running total. Minus the 8 cannot do it. Minus the 8 equals
minus the 10 plus the 2.
my fat fingers. I fat fingered my beads all the time. You know, the kids do it too. And so that's why you have to be very intentional when you move the beads. And that's what trains your brain also to. I just lost my place. Okay. We're going to take away the 1. We take away the 8. Take away the 10 plus the 2. And then we want to take away the 7. Cannot take away the 7. Take away the 7 is minus the 10 plus the 3. So minus the 10. How do we add the 3?
Add the 5, take away 2.
Thank you. Plus the 5, take away the 2. Plus the 5, take away the 2. So wheels, yeah, I was just mentioning about fat fingers. And that's why abacus is nice, because you have to intentionally move the beads. Don't just be sloppy about it. Don't be sloppy. And it's very interesting on how abacus really adds that into intentionality.
Yep, 687. Yep.
Okay. So then we're going to take away 65.
Oh, that's easy.
Minus the 6, minus the 5.
6 minus the 5.
What's your answer?
Which gives
6, 2, 2.
622.
So our next one is minus 7, 70.
Okay, minus 70. So 70 is plus this. I mean, no, minus 7 is minus the 10 plus the 3 plus
So
the
minus
3.
the 10. Yep.
Yeah.
Plus the 3. How do you plus 3?
Plus the 5 minus 2.
Plus the 5 minus the 2. So our
And
answer
then-
becomes 5, 5, 2. I agree. I think that's why the brown trips me up. I don't have a way in my brain to tell when I've made a mistake just yet. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
colors help you know that you've made a mistake.
Yeah, I could see that. I see that. And I think that's why I like the colorful beads in the beginning.
Mhm.
Okay, so then that is 70. Then we minus 90.
Oops.
Minus 90 is easy now, right? Minus the 9 is what?
Hook up. Okay, minus the 9 is, oh, this is where you do a 2-step, because you have to do,
Okay, so we can do minus the 9 is equal to plus the 1 minus the 10. So add the 1 minus the 10. How do you minus the 10? Minus the 10 is the same as minus 1, right? Because it's 1 and a 0, 1, 0. So you minus the 1 here. So minus the 1 is what? Plus the 9 minus the 10. Plus, no, sorry, wrong one. Minus the 1 is minus the 5 plus the 4. Minus the 5 plus the 4.
So you get 462.
462. Yep. 462.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay. And then we're going to minus 105.
Okay. 4 minus 1.
Yep. Take away
6
1.
minus 0 is 6. And then
And
you
then
have
minus
the
the 5.
2. So
Minus the 5.
is
Yep.
minus the 10 plus the 5.
Minus the 10 plus the 5. Minus the 10 plus the 5. Answer?
357.
Uh-oh. I did something wrong. Did we do 65? We did do 65. 2. Oh, no, we're good. We're good. Are we good? I don't know. We're good. I think we're off.
That's what I'm thinking.
I think we're off because we don't go back to 130.
Did we forget a 65?
That's what I thought, but 65's here. So this
Yeah, but
becomes,
65 is written twice.
we had 265s and we didn't subtract 265s.
oh, I see. Okay, okay. Good. Thank you. So oh, I see. That's where I got tripped up
So we
because I
did-
saw,
Subtract
Yeah.
65 from there.
yeah. So we could subtract 65 from here, 65. But, and then that's why we write it out. Oh, I don't have any room, but it is what it is. So 3. Nope. Nope. We're wrong. Nope. Nope. We did that. 162. I missed it. That's what it is. I didn't do 162. I completely forgot two more. We didn't do 162 and 65. That's why.
Wow.
That's why.
So where are we going to go from here?
Well, we take away the 65 and then we have to take away
What?
162.
Okay.
And then it'll bring us back to normal.
Okay. So
So minus the 6. I need more paper.
is minus the 10 plus the 4, but plus the 4. Oh, I'm stumped.
357 minus 65. Right? So we have minus the 6. Minus the 6 is equal to minus the 10 plus the 4. So we do minus the 10 plus the 4. Plus the 4. Just add the 4.
Oh, plus the 4. Oh, I'm making it way at my brain like, oh my gosh. Okay. And then 7 minus 5.
Yep, take away the 5.
Take away the 5.
So our answer is 292. Then we have to take away minus 162.
And we got 130.
Yeah, there we go. That's what
So
it
you
is.
gotta make sure you do all the numbers.
Yeah, yeah,
So
but it does work out.
checking yourself don't do no good if you don't have all the numbers.
Yeah. So this is the 1. Take away the 6. Take away the 6. Take away the 2. Take away the 2. So we started off with 130 and we're finally back to 130.
Wow.
Yeah. But that's what here. The funny thing is in mainstream, they don't do this. But if you notice, we cascaded. We went 1 and then this one and then this one and then this one. Whereas if you only get the 2 numbers, like 90 and 70, they'll say, well, how do you make 90 closest to 10 or closest to 100? So they actually go up and not down. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yep.
So, and I think that's where it gets confusing because now you don't have a pattern for the kids to follow because now you're going up and down. But if you have a running total, just keep it as a running total. And the other thing is mainstream math, what do? They will probably do all this first, all the ones first, then they do all of the tens, and then
Yes.
they do all of the hundreds.
Oh, I remember doing that because you would do all the ones and you would find out how many tens you can create out of there. And
Yep.
then you would put it over to the other side. And you have to keep on. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like how the abacus kind of shows where your numbers are. Although
Yeah.
I got hiccuped up, and I think I got a hiccup because my brain was going, okay, that I didn't see that, okay, the very simple things, all you have to do is subtract this. You don't have to do, I was so used to in the using the formula that when we got to when you didn't have to use the formula, I kind of was blinded.
Yes. So just for people out there, for wheels as well, if you wanted to do this problem on your own, this is what the problem is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 questions long. A 9-lined question. And that's what we were doing. And so that, again, what I did was I used the abacus to only do one number at a time. And that's what we call a running total, right? Just like in Excel.
I just can't believe how those people do it how those kids do it so fast.
Yeah,
That's
there's this
because
one
they
kid.
train so long that they can do it in their sleep.
Exactly. Okay, so how are we doing? We're like an hour and 15 now. We're okay?
I
One
can
more
probably
thing.
stay for a few more minutes because I have to get Abram to piano lessons.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was another thing. Yeah. I was just thinking, yeah, so I don't usually do questions like this because it's too long and then your brain gets kind of numbed.
Yeah, it got tired. It actually got tired. But I was just
Yeah.
curious of how to subtract back. I mean, it's probably not something I would do in a normal abacus setting.
I think it'd be more normal to do it. Yes.
But
What?
see, I would. And
Yeah.
I would love problems like that.
Yeah. No, it's good to go backwards and forwards to make sure you can retrace your steps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
'Cause
totally fine.
I was taught to do that in school.
Yeah.
Back in the 70s and 80s, I was taught to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. So Wheels mentioned that he followed along. That was much more challenging than the 3 numbers examples you did for me the other night. Yeah. Yeah. When you get more numbers, the biggest thing is just to make sure you use that's why using the abacus will help you track. But if you notice, we kind of did it in our head. We kind of did mental math, but we just wrote but the abacus just tracks our answers.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah.
That was a doozer. Do you have time to do a division?
You can do 1 division. Yeah.
Yeah, 1 division. Kind of like where
Okay.
you go through the details and stuff like that.
How big are we doing division?
You get to
I'm good. So either way, any of them.
I even when you wrote everything out, we can just do a simple. Let's do a 2-digit divided into a 3-digit.
Okay, so something like that. All right.
Yeah, it's not too hard, but yet it shows you yeah.
Okay.
Like 23 divided into 600 and
No, I got it.
76. I don't know.
Let's try here. I know.
Okay.
So we got yeah. I do the gatekeeping I do in TikTok is like I need to get like 100 likes. Now I'm gonna do Wheels, just so you know, I'm gonna start upping my likes. I want to do like 100,000 likes before we start doing division.
Oh, and
Okay.
I'm gonna have to
So,
come in and I'm gonna just sit there and tap, 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 tap.
yeah, you know what? I got an auto clicker just for that.
Oh goodness.
I bought an auto clicker.
Smart,
So I have
smart
another,
lady.
yeah, I have another account and I just log into my account and I create an auto clicker and it helps
That's
me click. Yeah, I can, yeah, and you can actually make it up to like 99, but I think that's too fast. I think like 11
I
is
do
because
have
I have
I
old
think I've
phones.
got up to 89 at one point.
Yeah. Did it, and it
Yeah.
didn't register?
No, it did. It took every one of them.
That's great. Yeah. But my phone, the ones that I'm using are old phones. And so, because my phones are old, I think it doesn't pick it up as much. That's fair, Wheels. Okay, good. Thank you. Yeah. And so, yeah, and that's the thing with TikTok, I need to push a little bit more with the likes. I'm not asking for gifts. I think because the likes is free, you're just, tapping away.
Yeah.
I'm not, yeah, I think that's doable than say, give me a galaxy and then we could do whatever. I bought two.
I
Oh
know
yeah,
this one guy.
he said he mentioned he bought two auto clickers and we'll get to 100 once they arrive. I actually bought two auto clickers and the newer phones are more responsive. Interesting. I've tried to do it on a Android phone. I got an Android phone and it didn't work as well. So I don't
Yeah.
know. I think the iPhones is more responsive than the Android phone. Okay. Sorry, completely off topic. But yeah. Um yeah, I bought a set of auto clickers. It was a two set and they shipped it. So I gave them a bad review and now they're going to ship me a new set. And so now I got to change my comment. But because I made that comment, they're going to offer me two. So I'll have three auto clickers. So we'll see. Anyways, what are we doing? We have our dividend 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 4 dividends. Don't be shy. Oh, don't shy away from reminding the fans to heart me periodically. That boosts that. Well, yes, I realized that, and that was really interesting to keep reminding people to join my community. So I'm going to have to rewrite this. So the dividend will be the small d, and the divisor will be the big D. There's 2 divisors. We're talking about digits. So there's 4 digits here, and then there's 2 digits here. So that will give us to how many digits are left? 2, right? And I'll call that quotient,
Yes.
right? So we have 2 on the abacus. 1, 2. We'll have to do here. 1, 2. So this is where the ones will be. This is where my 2 will be. So we add 1, 9, 7, 8. Are we okay with that?
Mhm.
Okay. Now, oh yeah, Wheels has never done 2-digit division because I've never talked about it. Tammy remembers because in the beginning I had no clue what I was doing, so I would just say everything. But I realized that when I started doing 2-digit, everybody started getting lost. So I have to be like, no, I can't do advanced abacus in the TikTok lives. I just lose everybody.
Yeah.
And so it would be more for, and that's what it'd be. It'd be for more of the subscribers for like you guys. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the 2 and we take the 1. The question is what? 2 times what is equal to 1? 1 is our dividend and 2 is our divisor.
Oh, say that again. 1 is your,
Dividend,
okay.
2 is our divisor.
Oh, thank you. Okay. And
Can you do this?
No.
No. So you got to bring down the 9.
Mhm. Yep.
Right?
Mhm.
Okay. So what? 2 times what is
9,
equal to 19 or less? 2 times 9 is equal to 18.
18.
So
Mhm.
take away 1, take away 8.
hold on, okay. Take away 1, take away 8, okay. Yep.
Okay. So here's the problem. If we know that we're if we know we're timesing the 9, because we did 2 times 9 is equal to 18, we have to try it again. 3 times 9 is equal to 27.
It's too big.
It's too big. So what does that mean? We actually have to bring this down a notch. So instead of doing 9, we have to make this an 8.
Mhm.
If we make this an 8, what do we have to do? We have to take away what? What do we have to take away here? We got to take away, we got to add back the number. So instead of doing 2 times 9 is equal to 18, we have to do 2 times 8 is equal to 16. Do you see how we have to
Right.
take away the 2 here?
And that is why I will double check. So that's why I'll always have a piece of paper and pencil with me, because I don't
Yeah.
want to be going back and adding back and forth. Because I just
No. But that's the process. So the process is you take 1 away from the quotient, like that. You go
yes.
back to your dividend right here, and you add back the divisor. That's it.
Okay.
That's it. That's all you have to do. So then we're back to what? Because what did we do? It was 160 minus 27, but we can't do that. I'm sorry. 180 minus 20. What am I doing? Okay, wait. 190 minus 180, right? It gives us 1, 0. The problem is now we have to minus 27. So this was 2 times 9. So we do 3 times 9. But we got to take it a step back. So we do 9 times, but instead of doing 18, we do 16. So 160. So it's 2 times 8 is equal to 60. What did we do? We added back 20.
Okay.
Okay.
I can't
Because
say
we,
okay, but that's okay.
what do you, okay, no,
A
it's not
lot.
okay. It's not okay. So this is where you get really understanding your math facts and your flexibility. This is where Abacus really shines. And I love this process. I love doing division because I just need to follow the steps.
Bring the paper down a little bit.
Oh yeah, say it. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
So I'll use black again because I think black is just easier to see. So the original question was 9. Okay, we'll do
7,
that.
8.
We'll do that. No, we'll do 197. We'll do that first,
Okay.
right? And what we need to do is we're dividing it by 23.
Okay.
So the first thing we do is we know 2 times what is equal to 19. So 2 times 9 is equal to 18. Well, if we break this out, it's actually 20. So on a piece of paper, we're actually doing 20 times what is equal to 90, 190. 20 times 9 is equal to 180. I'm going to get you to 200,000 spring on the TikTok. Funny. You know, by the time spring comes, you know what, Wheels, I was going to say, by springtime, I'm going to get to 1 million, not even to 200,000. I'll be getting to 1 million likes by spring if I get dedicated auto clickers. Sorry. Okay. Alyssa, does that make sense?
Yeah. But I think the reason why I got hiccuped is that I forgot that you have to go back and do the 3. So,
Oh, yeah.
because I know you're not subtracting the 8, the 1, whatever, you're not subtracting the 18 from the 19 yet. Or the 190, you're not subtracting 180 from 190. Yeah.
Yeah. So when we do it, we know that this is not enough for the next number, because the
Oh.
next number we need is 3 times 9 is 27. Because we know this, we have to take it back a notch. So instead of doing 9, we got to do 8. But because we do 8 here, we have to bring this back a notch. Instead of saying 180, we got to say 160.
Oh, yes, because 9 subtract 6 will give you 37. And that, okay. Yeah.
Okay. So when I talk about it, we have 197, and then we put 9 here, take away 18. Right? Now, because I don't have enough here, what do? I have to go back to my quotient, take away 1.
Oh, that gives you the 180.
That gives me the 8, the 160.
160, yeah.
Because this is my quotient. The quotient is 8. 8 times 2 is equal to 160. But now I got to replace the 160. I just got to add back my dividend. That's all I got to do.
Oh, and there's your 20.
There's my 20. Do you see that, Tommy?
Yeah, I'm watching.
Okay, but you understand it. That's all you got to do. If you take away the 1 from here, you add the 20.
Okay.
I see. You know, okay, you remember how we did in the book? This is why this will be very helpful. Because
So you're adding back the
yes,
difference
yes,
to the dividend, right?
yes, you're adding back the difference. You're adding back the 2.
Okay.
But because it's a 20, we're a little bit confused. But it's the same thing.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Right? So we're adding back, instead of adding back the 2, we're adding back the 20. But we're confused here because we're recognizing the zeros. That's too much for us to see. So if we go back to here, if we add back the 2, so 2 times 8 is equal to 16. We add back the 2. Right? We add back the 2 to the dividend, because we're only taking away 16 instead.
Mm-hmm.
So we actually have left over is 3.
Mm-hmm. And then you bring down the 7.
And then you bring down the 7. Did that make sense, Tammy? No. Yeah, we bring down 7. So we have to take away 20 and then take away 7.
I'm working on it on my abacus.
Yeah. So, but this is a huge concept to try to understand what we're doing here.
You can see it's not quite what I had worked on. Because see, I worked it so that I worked it with both numbers on paper, and I
Yes.
could see that it was going to be too big, so that I went down the next number and worked it out again
Yes.
before I did it on my abacus.
Yes.
So now I need to work on that.
Yes. So the difference is I'm completely on the abacus. So if I replace back my number 8, right? We start over again. 2, right? 1 and 2. Is there enough? No. So it is 2 times something is equal to 0, because it's a 1 and a 0. 1 and a 0. So division is a little bit more involved. That's why I don't explain it so much in the TikToks. So
okay, I'm gonna have to work on this one just a touch more. Practice doing it the way you're doing it, because I just work it out more on the paper, and that's
Yes,
not doing it on the abacus, and that's where
you
okay,
get tripped up.
yes, that's where I'm tripping myself up.
Yeah, because it's a lot of back and forth when you have the paper and you have the abacus. So if I go back, 1, 9, 7, 8. So we have 2 times 9 is equal to 18. Take away 1, take away 8. There's not enough. So I take 1 from the answer, go back 2, and I add the quotient. I add the quotient back. So then it's 3 times 8. What is 3 times 8? 3 times 8 is 20. Take away 4. That's where I got wrong. 3 times 8 is 24. Take away 4. Take away the 5 plus the 1. So my answer is 1. So I have to rewrite 138 divided by 123. That's where I'm wrong. I'm sorry. I know I went fast on that, but I got tripped up because I was still stuck on the 8. I got to do 3 times 8 is equal to 24.
Yeah.
In this example, you start with the 2, get that solved, then you do the 3, subtract the difference, and then move to the next number. Yes. So the first thing we need to do is what we do is we break it up. This is what we call distributive property. We break up the first number and then we break up the second number. So we do the first number, we do the first dividend, and then we do the second dividend. But because we cannot take away the second dividend, we got to go back and readjust our first dividend.
And that makes sense, but I've got to practice that on the abacus.
Yes, yes, it takes
So that's
this
what I'll
takes
be
time.
doing this week. That's what
Yeah.
I'll be doing starting this week.
Yeah. This is an advanced. That's why I never introduced 2 digits, because it's more advanced knowledge.
Yes,
You would never get through it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I don't do this because a lot of people don't understand the 2-digit numbers and how to break it up. So I have to figure out a better way of explaining and slowly introduce the 2-digit
Okay.
one.
Yeah.
This one specifically, when there's too much, that's advanced division.
I didn't realize that. So maybe next time I'll ask for a simpler problem. Because I always get these hiccups. And then but this is good for you when you're trying to do, I mean, if we were to do this, no, I haven't even done a 2-digit problem divided by on paper for a long time either.
Yeah, so what they would do they would break it out 2 times 3, 23 times 2 is 46. And they would write out the whole thing. 23 times 3 is 69. You know what I mean? They would write it all out.
All
Whereas
that
an
all the way out
abacus,
to get to 1138?
I don't know. Probably.
Oh, that's too much.
Well, what's after this? Yeah. So, it could be
23
20.
times 4.
Yep. Is
Especially
8.
seeing how the quotient is 86.
Yeah.
Oh, until
Yeah.
it's 80. Oh, okay, I see. I
So,
don't know. Yeah,
so
that's
this
just
is, so we
that's
did,
guesswork though.
yeah, and that's what they do. Hiccups are great. So, yeah, there
You
are
say
learning points. Yeah, there are learning points and help us grow. Yeah.
yeah.
And so, but see, in mainstream math, what they do is they break out the whole thing. Whereas in abacus, you don't need to. You break it up into smaller chunks. Distributive property in the division.
That's why you were able to go back one.
Yes.
You were able to, instead of doing 2 times 9, you just did 2 times 8 because you already know that it's
Yeah. So I went
16.
back because it was not enough for the second divisor.
There we go. Yeah, that's why you went back. Okay.
That's why I went back, because there was not enough for the second divisor to take away. So I had to readjust. So that's why you get the number flexibility as well.
Okay, so my question is, so what if we continue to do the 19 minus 18 and then you get 110 and then you put down the other number? So you're basically saying that you didn't have enough. Oh gosh. Okay. I gotta remember there's the second divisor there. So, and then you said what you do with that second divisor is the same thing that you do with the first
divisor. Yeah. So if you're timesing
there's
9 to
your
the
8, there's
first
your 9 and
one,
your 8, yep.
yeah. If you're timesing the 9, you won't get it. So that means you got to bring down a notch.
Mhm.
See, in mainstream math, they don't talk about what happens when you overshoot. They always undershoot. But in Abacus, you do a roundabout. I know it's kind of be maybe 2 times 9, but let's give it a try. It's not going to work. Well, let's take a few steps back to regroup and go forward again.
I see.
And that's what life is, right? You did too much. Take a step back to go back again. We never go back to the very basics. We always just take one step back to regroup and then to move forward.
Can we work this problem again next week?
Okay, but yes, we can. But this is I would rather curate a question when we don't do something that has an over quotient.
Okay, then let's do that. I unfortunately have to run. So
Yes, I understand, and so do I. I gotta get back to my books because Tammy's already getting rid of or is already done with all the questions. Tammy.
I'm dragging. But yes, I'm almost there. And I'm like, what am I going to do next? But I will. And what I'm going to do is the problems that you gave me last week and the week before, I think it was the week before.
Yeah.
I've got them worked out, but I'm going to work them on the abacus without doing it on the paper.
Yeah.
So if I know it should be 7, so I'm gonna do it with 7, and then I'm gonna work on that, putting it back, and then go to 6.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna work on this week.
Yeah. You could start with, if it's not 7, you could start, let's try 5. Let's try. So
So go lower.
Yeah, go lower, and then you got to go up, right? Try that.
Okay.
And then you go the other way. You go up too high and you go down. So this is where you get the number flexibility. This wheels. This is absolutely developmentally appropriate. That lady. Sorry.
What did he say? What did he say?
This is absolutely developmentally appropriate. Because he was there when this lady was like, I've been teaching for 39 years and this is not developmentally appropriate. Because I was just talking about adding the 10, adding the 5 and adding the 10. And she's like, first school was like this. And I'm like, that's gonna suck. That's why your kids are dumb. I don't know.
Yeah.
They should know how to add. That's it. The concepts are not difficult.
Add and subtract. But I like that idea, but knowing me, I will start with the number that I think it'll be, and then I'll end up doing it, and it'll be too much. So then I will have to work on, I will have to work on it. But that's the part I need to work on.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna use the problems that you gave me, and I'm gonna use that, which means I'm bringing out the big boy.
Yeah, but that actually
I'm bringing out my Chinese one because it's got the bigger beads.
That going less was actually I got that idea from Alyssa.
Cool.
Yeah,
it's not a bad idea. I just know how I'm gonna. I know how I'm gonna do.
You got that for me? What did you get for me?
There was a time we did division, and you're like, "Well, what happens if it's less than the number?" And I'm like, "That's brilliant." Okay. Yep, that's brilliant. So I do listen to feedback, and I do enjoy. That's why.
If you've got 3 times what is going to give you 27, you can start with 3 times 3 and work your way up.
Exactly.
Okay, I could do it that way. Yeah,
that's what it is. That's what I meant. So if you know it's 27, you know it's 9. Try 6 times 3, and then you'll see, and then you can increment it.
you know what? I like that idea. I really do.
Yeah.
All
Okay,
right.
Alyssa, have a good day. Have a good night. Have a good bye,
Bye.
everybody. Thank you for joining.
Yes, thanks, Wheels.
Thank you, Wheels, for joining, and I will see you all